Hello everyone! For this lesson, I want to focus on some of the symbols that you will be encountering while reading Lord of the Flies by William Golding. First, what is a symbol? A symbol is a literary device that contains several layers of meaning, often concealed at first sight, and is representative of several other aspects, concepts, or traits than those that are visible in the literal translation alone. A symbol is using an object or action that means something more than its literal meaning. Now, even though most of you will likely find more than these next symbols, I want us to focus on these 5. Glasses, conch shell, fire, war paint, and the pig's head. In this lesson, we will go into what they each mean and how they are presented in the book. Now, before we continue, go ahead and pull out the worksheet I handed out in class, and please fill out this second column titled Before Starting the Book. I want you to guess the meaning, the symbol's meaning. So go ahead and take a guess at what the glasses mean, what the conch shell means, etc., etc. Okay? Go ahead and pause this video once you see the yellow star in the right-hand corner, so you can fill in the answers. Next, to save on paper, please flip the worksheet over and write out how you would categorize the symbols. So, with those 5 symbols, I want you to decide if they fall under the civilized or savagery, or which ones fall in between. Okay, and again, please go ahead and pause the video when you see the yellow star, and then once you've finished, continue the video. Okay, first I want to start off with Piggy's glasses. So the glasses are going to be a symbol of society, and they're significant of achievement, advancement, innovation, discovery, all modern things. They're an excellent symbol for when later in the book you'll see some tension and see how the boys turn into more savagery and what happens to the glasses. Of course, in the book you will just see what happens to the glasses, but I want you to focus on what the meaning is behind them. So later when Piggy is beat up by Jack, the glasses are thrown off of him and scuffed, kind of showing how the boys are slowly descending into a less reformed society. Okay. The conch shell is, we can say, the conch institution. So in the book we get a quote where whoever holds the conch shell gets to speak. So basically they make this agreement that these lost children, Ralph's idea has been established, that they will use this tool, this conch, to be able to debate and talk. So there's no arguments, there's no unnecessary time spent. So whoever holds the conch shell is talking and will be heard by the group. Next we have fire. So fire is a very tricky one because we can both associate it as chaotic, so dangerous, but also safe because it's warm. So here we have it both as order and catastrophe. So it is either a way for them to be rescued or their destruction. So here when we have the boys' fire go out, their hope of rescue is gone. That was their little light signal, like you know how in cartoons you get the characters spelling out help with sticks? Theirs was their fire. So once that goes out, they feel as if there's nothing else. Next we have war paint. For this one, I wanted to focus on how this war paint not only is very slight, you won't see it very significant in the book, but what is behind it is what is important. This war paint will signify the wild behavior, and it's used to mark them as warriors. So once they end up trying to fight this monster, this jungle monster that they find, they start gearing up, being a little bit more aggressive. Instead of going fishing now for their food, they're going to go more into the forest and hunt little mammals. And that also creates a different hierarchy. So those who bring the food will have a bit more leeway. And lastly, I want to focus on the pig's head in The Lord of the Flies. So here, as you read, you'll discover where it is and what it's about. but for the most part you need to know it is the loss of their innocence, and showing how it symbolizes both savagery and how the boys now exhibit it outwardly. This is not just a thing, it is their kind of flag, their symbol. And now, why is it deemed the Lord of Flies? It's because the rotting head is swarmed with flies, and that is something we'll see a little bit later. Okay, so for the in-class activity tomorrow, I would like you to bring in this worksheet. And then what we're first going to do is have you and your group work together to brainstorm and figure out how each of you predicted each of the 5 symbols. And then off of that, I would like you to do a little skit. And based on your predictions with your group, you're going to come up with a potential scene, what will happen in the next chapter. And I want you to focus on incorporating the symbol you were assigned. Okay, and that's everything. Thank you. See you tomorrow in class.